I'm going to teach you exactly how I made almost $400,000 in GCI in my first year in real estate. With what? Free YouTube leads. Didn't even cost me a dime. So you need to find the titles that literally have no competition like this, that hundreds and if not thousands of people are searching every month. And guess what? You do one video on it and you'll rank immediately. My name is Jackson Wilkie with the YouTube Agents. This is a channel where I help real estate agents grow their YouTube channels. I also run the most profitable real estate YouTube channel on the planet, living in Portland, Oregon, which gets us 3, 5, sometimes up to 10 reach outs every single day. We had 280 reach outs in the last 6 months alone. And just here in the new year, we are on pace easily to get over 1,000 reach outs for free. People calling us who want to work with us, who are moving to our city, and we are helping them. We will easily close 100 home sales this year, bumping our total sales above $50 million. It's absolutely insane. We gave out $6 million in listing referrals. So that's a big reason why I teach agents this, so that they get business. And maybe they have people from Portland moving to their areas and they reach out to me to sell their house here. Because I love giving listing referrals in different states, but hey, I'd like to get some back. So why don't you join me? We'll jump in and I will teach you exactly how I use YouTube here to get millions of dollars of leads each and every month. So let's go. All right, so let's jump right into it. This is exactly how you get free leads from YouTube and how I was able to get, $365,000 in GCI in my first year alone. And actually, it was about 6 months, because the first 6 months, I was not using YouTube. So it actually works really quick if you get addicted to it, get a lot of videos out, and do exactly what I'm going to teach you here. So first and foremost, why I chose YouTube, the number one reason, I'm brand new to Portland. I just moved here 2 years ago, so I don't have a source of influence. I didn't have a bunch of friends, family that I've known my entire life. So maybe that strikes a chord with you. Maybe you're in a new market where you don't have a big following of friends. This is exactly how you can get a lot of business. But even if you are a huge SOI guy, born and raised, or girl, wherever you're from, this is still going to work to get you tons and tons of free leads. So the reason I did it, I didn't have a source of influence. And when I got into real estate, like I said, first 6 months, I did what every other real estate agent did. I pounded the phones, door knocking, open houses, all of those things that just suck. I mean, unless you're really, really, really good at them, continue to do those because you're probably being very successful. But I wasn't. I struggled mightily. I was really bad at it. I can go to any room, any party, anywhere, and strike up conversations. I'm really good at that, but asking for the business was really hard. So I had to really figure out, how was I going to get business where people called me? And that is really what the game changer with YouTube was. So the other thing was, I started experimenting into Facebook leads. Leads are expensive as hell. They're super hard to convert. I mean, conversion ratios that are good are in like the 1% to 2%. So it's either a game, back 5-10 years ago, I did a bunch of research on this when Zillow and Redfin leads, they were all like $1 a piece, $2 a piece. You could get hundreds, thousands, and these people hadn't been hit yet, and they were converting well. It's definitely getting harder. Top Zillow leads in our area are $200 to $400 a piece. So the overhead is absolutely amazing. It'll kick you out if you don't have a lot of capital to work with, which I didn't. And even if you do, it sucks spending that much on leads and pounding phones. And basically, you got to either do it yourself or you've got to pay somebody and train them how to do, the cold calling and prospecting. So again, it was all bugging people, things I just really was not good at. And we hear it every day. It gives us a bad name as real estate agents. That we're always bugging people. We're always cold calling. It was not for me. So that's why I chose YouTube. But YouTube isn't just pick any video, put it out there, and you get business. There's a lot of research and a lot of effort that goes into really utilizing YouTube the way it needs to be, done. And so with that being said, what videos do we need to be doing? As you can see in the pictures here, escrow videos. Every realtor out there is starting to do escrow. This is what to expect in the escrow process. Or this is what to expect in the home inspection process. Here's my open house. Here's my listing. Does anybody search those terms? No. In fact, if they do search, escrow or home inspection, guess what? They're already in that process. They already have an agent, and you're not getting their business. So it's a waste of time. I don't know where this came about, but unfortunately, as us realtors try and chase, the next big thing, we all did it. I did it, and it never worked. So these style of videos, hey, look at me at my open house and look at me at my new listing, it just bugs people. And it just does not come across as genuine, and nobody's getting value from it. What are you actually getting from those videos if you were to think about, your audience? And so that brings up a very important point. You have to watch this clip. This is from Gary Vaynerchuk, and if you don't know who he is, you really need to start following him. He is absolutely probably the top marketer in the entire world, but if you're in real estate, you've probably heard of him, and I found this clip. It is the greatest clip ever of exactly what we need to be doing when we think about, providing value to clients and what videos to shoot.
I think it's about, are you putting out entertainment or are you putting out education? Because 90% of people are putting out selfish content. 90% of people are putting out press releases. They want you to think something about them. They're making it selfish for themselves. They wanted to go to Maui and surf, so that's the content you're getting. But did that bring you any value? They want you to think they're cool. 90% of the content right now are people acting like PR agents of themselves. I'm asking people to look like educators or entertainers. Do you think about the audience first, or don't you?
All right, so now let's get into the secret success formula for video. How do we actually do this? You're gonna love these tips right here. First and foremost, like I said, what are people searching for? No longer are you just putting random videos out there and having people find them and call you. You need to figure out what people are typing into their keyboards. So with that, do they search on Facebook and Instagram? No. Everybody's thumbing through there and they want flashy, they want fun. If your friend is selling Subaru WRXs down the road and he every day is posting, come on down and buy a Subaru from me, are you gonna? No, you usually blow right past that. You want stuff that you're interested in, or you want stuff that you're searched on, but that's on a different platform, not Facebook and Instagram. So that's why these videos, and look, I speak from experience. I went down this road. I did the whole digital mayor style videos where we went and interviewed all these local shops, restaurants, bars. We did so many of them. The community loved it. The businesses loved it. I never got one phone call, not one. It sucked. It spent like 3 months. I almost quit real estate because I couldn't get business. I wasn't good at cold calling. I wasn't good at door knocking. I was doing all these videos I thought would work, and it was making people happy, but the phone never rang. So YouTube is free, and it's where people get answers. This is when, the light bulb started going off, like, oh, people are actually searching things. It's the second largest search engine in the entire world, second to Google, and Google owns it. Oh, I have a chance to get my videos first page Google as well. Now it's starting to get interesting. So 68% of YouTube users watched YouTube to help them make a purchase decision. So think about that. When people are moving to your area, shopping for homes, all that stuff, they are using YouTube as almost 70% of their reasoning behind their decisions. So the people that are on there are going to be influencing them, giving them value, providing answers. And you know what? You really personalize yourself. These people really gain a connection with you that they can't anywhere else. So this is it. You're probably wondering, okay, now which videos do we do? How do you figure them out? Well, this is my big game changer right here. This is when everything changed. I got busy into SEO, search engine optimization. This is exactly what people are typing into their keyboards. This is when I started messing around right here, and some of these searches, Portland neighborhoods is searched 3,600 times a month, and the competition right there is 0.02. So competition goes from 0.0 to 0.99, or 1, just the number 1. Number 1 is basically 100% competitive. You'll never ever rank for it. It is so hard. Cheap homes in your area, homes for sale in your area. Those are going to be very, very, very competitive because Redfin, Zillow, Trulia, all of these big namers are paying for those. They pay per click. They pay for keywords. So you can't rank for those. So you need to find the titles that literally have no competition like this, that hundreds and if not thousands of people are searching every month. And guess what? You do one video on it and you'll rank immediately. So we'll do a few more. Lake Oswego, Oregon is one of our most popular towns, popular suburbs. So look at this, 1,800 searches a month, zero competition. I literally am getting thousands and thousands and thousands of views on this video alone, where we walked the streets, we talked about it, we showed the shops, we talked about the schools, the different homes. We knew that. We live here. Well, I've only been here 2 years. I just asked my business partner and he did it all, but you know these areas, you know this. That's searched 1,800 times. You're talking 20,000 searches a month or a year of this particular suburb and no competition. So cost of living in Portland versus Seattle. A lot of people, are deciding, should I move to Seattle? Should I move to Portland? If you have big metro areas, big suburbs, you might be thinking about, moving to Grand Junction, Colorado. You might be thinking about moving to Denver, Colorado, or Phoenix, Arizona, or Tucson. You can do these comparative videos and they get searched a ton. And all you're doing is basically telling them the difference. If you're going to be working here, traveling from A to B is going to be a nightmare. You would want to live here. And then the cost of living, you can literally just look up the different median home prices, the bills. That's what I did. But 0.04 competition, 500 searches a month. Cost of living in Portland, Oregon. When people are moving to your city, they want to know how much it costs. 5,400 searches every single month with no competition. I rank #1 for this video right now, and it has over 20,000 views. It gets somewhere up to 150 to 300 views every day now. Every day this thing gets almost 300 views. So I literally rank, if you type that in right now, you're going to see my video #1. It is an absolute lead machine. I get so many calls every single day because of this one video. And we're going to talk about this video here in a little bit, and it's going to surprise you. So I came up with this. This was my effing YouTube goldmine. I got crazy busy one night. I learned SEO. There are some incredible keyword research tools that we can help you where you can find this stuff, because you got to be able to find it. And in 1 hour, 2 hours of doing a bunch of searching and going down rabbit holes, I found 13,000 searches every month with no competition. This is 27 video titles I figured out in an hour or two that people search, that people type in, and when they get the answers, they call you. Remember, 70% of people make their decisions while watching YouTube videos. So I'm capturing those people. So now what? We've done our research. We know which videos to shoot. We know the titles. What do you do next? I don't know. I didn't know how to edit. I wasn't good at it at all. I used to be a journeyman lineman working on power lines. I had no idea how to do this stuff. No camera equipment, video templates, like how do I shoot this? What should I be saying? Lighting, microphones, like all of this came up and I'm like, crap, I feel so overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Well, thank you, smartphones. This is exactly how I started. A cell phone. My iPhone is what I used. You can see it right here in the picture. This is exactly what I was doing. Turning my phone sideways so that it was, it was 16:9, which is YouTube preference, and you start shooting. I actually started using my cell phone for my first videos, and I'll get into the stats so that maybe you're already, you already shoot videos, you know how to edit, and that's great. Like, you're going to have definitely a heads up. There's a lot more to YouTube, but at least you're going to be able to edit. But if you're watching this and you have no idea how to, guess what? I didn't either. And in less than a year, I am the #1 real estate YouTuber on the planet, and you can be too. So it's really cool. I started doing some research. You can actually go into your phone and change the settings. Standard, it comes out at 1080p at 30 frames per second, which is gorgeous picture, absolutely perfect. You don't need anything more, but if you want to make it look crispier, you can go to 4K, you can go to 1080 at like 60 frames per second or 120 frames per second. And that's how you do, like when we go out and vlog, you can get really cool slow-mo pics and stuff with the higher frame rate. So there's cool phone settings in there, and these cameras nowadays, they're just as good as almost anything else. So I didn't have a microphone, and as long as you're in a quiet area, like the cost of living video, I was in a very quiet area, it had perfect sound. Literally, it was just fine. That's all you need. If you're in an area or if you're outside and there is a lot of wind and that kind of noise, it's going to kill you. So make sure you're just in a quiet area. But if you do, you go outside and you vlog with your phone, you're going to want some kind of little Rode micro. I use the Shure MV88. It plugs right into your Thunder port, but you can also get cheap little Lavelle mics that plug in your phone and clip onto your shirt. They work great. But if you're in a quiet area like I started, I didn't even need it. So I edited on iMovie, 100% free. It is so easy. I learned it in a day, you know, and I still use it to this day. I jumped up to Final Cut Pro, but I still use iMovie all the time. You can do some of the most killer videos with it. So a lot of our really hardcore vlogs that we do that people love, where we're out, we fly the drone, you know, we're showing all the restaurants and bars and all that stuff. I just used iMovie, and they make incredible vlogs. The number one tip, I learned this the hard way, is you need to look at the lens on your cell phone. So when you're shooting with your cell phone, you look right here. Don't look, you know, and if you turn so your screen, so you're watching yourself, don't watch yourself, because it turns your eyes, and it's like this. It would be like watching a video with me looking over here, and that's really not fun to watch. So make sure you look when you're shooting. There's a little dot there. If you need, put a little piece of tape or something right there so you know to look at it. So again, top 2 videos with my phone, almost 50,000 views now. My most viewed videos were with my cell phone. So you can do it if you don't have any camera equipment. Again, it's more important that you have the titles, and then, you know, optimizing titles, descriptions, tags, thumbnails. Those are really important. The video quality is not as important as what you are giving those people. So how do you script this? This was something that took me a long time too. So I'm giving you all of these, you know, pro tips. This is me. This is my job now. This is all I do. I have our real estate team. I teamed up with an absolute hustler. He closes all these real estate deals, which will do 100 at least this year, just in Portland. We branched out. I built a new channel in Seattle, Washington, because nobody's there doing it. And we get so many listing referrals. It's a lot of work. So I'm not a good real estate agent. He is. I teamed up with him. He handles all that. If you're the really good real estate agent and you're not good on video, you need to team up with a young little video hustler like myself, and, you know, give them a piece of your business and build this together. Have them do our pro course and get this started. But the perfect script, this is exactly what works and what I do in every video now, and what took me a long time to learn. You gotta hook them. Have to. And you'll notice this every time you go to a good YouTube video now. You need to tell them exactly what they're going to learn, and that is the hook. So if you want to know exactly how much it costs to live in Portland, Oregon, well, this whole video is going to be all of the expenses, the homes, the daycare, food, utilities, all of your bills. You'll learn everything you need to know about the cost of living in Portland, Oregon. So stay tuned. So you really need to tell them what they're going to get in that video. Then you hit them with an intro, which we have the same intro every single time. I built it. It's really fun. It shows us riding scooters around town, talks about Portland. It's just a really fun. It shows our personalities. And in that intro, I did one click too far, but in the intro, once you get out of it, that's when you hit them with your call to action, your CTA. The most important tip I can teach you. We didn't do this for the first 3 months of our videos, and we didn't really get any calls. I got maybe 1 or 2. I was starting to almost give up on YouTube as well, because I wasn't telling people to work with me. Remember, I can't cold call, I can't do open houses. So on the video, I wasn't telling people to call me. I had a light bulb one day. You know what? In these videos, I got to tell people that I absolutely love when people call me, to reach out day, night, weekends. So I did it in one video. I literally said, hey, if you're even thinking about moving or relocating anywhere in the Portland metro, you know, make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or even send us the pigeon carrier, something that we say in every video now. But I say, you know, no matter what, we absolutely love it, so give us a call. And literally after that, boom, it was waterfall effect. The phone was ringing. You have to tell people to work with you. And in these videos, it comes off after you've given so much value as a blessing to them. They can't wait to reach out to you. And then, so we've done the intro and the CTA, then you just give them the meat. They went there to learn the cost of living. They went there to learn the top suburbs. They went there to learn whatever your video title is that you found, and you need to tell them that. Now, in that meat, you need to do lists, top 5 lists, top 7 lists. You need to really provide answers. If it's, you know, what is it like to move there or live there? You know, the top 7 things you need to know before moving. Really provide some good insight and stories. If you can tell personal stories, I found that a lot of my videos that work the best are when I tell you my cost of living. Hey, I moved here 2 years ago. These were the really hard things about moving to my area. First of all, daycares are packed, and they were very expensive. That caught us off guard. We had to, you know, get on waiting lists. So anytime I tell my story, it really resonates. So when you're thinking about these videos, not only do you need to find the right title, but you need to present it in a way to where you are living through your video. You're telling a friend exactly your story, and those videos crush. And then with the outro, again, you need to first of all hit them with your call to action. If you are thinking of moving, relocating here to Portland, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We absolutely love it. We're working with hundreds of clients, that kind of thing. Really tell them that you love it and you have the best relocation team, period. You've already given them all this information. They feel like they know you, like you, trust you, so they will. But what I love to do is, hey, if you are moving to Portland, obviously give us a call, but here's some more videos right here on exactly what it's like to live here or the cost of living. So go watch these videos. You want these people staying on your channel, and at the end you can actually put end screens in your videos so that you'll see what videos are next and they can click those and go through. So there is a lot to keep people on your channel to get more views, more subscribers, and get more home sales, phone calls, and leads. This is no gimmick. This is no joke. You saw the video titles that I typed in that get thousands of views with zero competition. You will be the owner of those videos. So don't be the second, don't be the third, fourth, fifth, sixth realtor in your market to start. You will be so mad at yourself. If you want to learn exactly the playbook, start to finish on how to grow a massive real estate YouTube channel, well then I built the one-of-a-kind YouTube for Realtors course. There's nothing like it because no realtors are doing this. The space is wide open. Join us on the YouTubeagents.com, or we have our pro Facebook group where you can join in and we get full consultations from me. You get me twice a week live and all your questions answered in there. It's an absolute army of realtors growing YouTube channels that can give you the tips and knowledge that you need to succeed. So make sure you go to the YouTubeagents.com and check out the link for the course and get started dominating in your market today.